half the seat done. Everything's half done. I interpret this is a 12 gauge gas tank. Yep, I cut her open because that isn't what I wanted and I didn't like it. Gotta pull some dents out. I see when I plasma cut the other nonsense off that I didn't want, that it, how do I show it? Yeah, it'll show. See the little air holes? There you go, that's for ventilation. Anyway, this is an independent tank. I was surprised that they would piece it, but they did. Basically what I gotta do is do some modification in the tunnel and modify this, cut this back a little bit, weld this back up, and then turn around and recut it again, and then sandblast inside. I know why it's so rusty inside, because there you go, that's a counterweight on the table because it kept on tipping. You know, this was a perfectly good gas tank. Turn some light on for you. I don't keep things very clean. That's what I've been fucking told anyway, but it's hard to keep things clean and work on stuff at the same time. But that's just beside the point. That was a perfectly good tank. Pretty normal. Pretty common. But you know, it has nice curvature to it. It looks like a lady's, right there at the front, I always thought it looked like a lady's butt. But anyway, my point being, drag it in and out shoe. You know, this isn't what I want. And this will be the third time I worked on it. Or basically modified it. Would I recommend using this tank? No, I really don't. The hours that I'm going to have into it to make it what I envision. I'm not bitching, really. I'm just trying to get a accurate reading off of their points. Okay, see what I know. See if you notice what I notice. I would say that curvature is basically starting about 3.5 inches. You know, it's just starting to curve. I mean, it could be up 1/8 of an inch or whatever. And you go over here. And you line it up, same spot. And can you see? I know I'm doing a poor job. I guess I'll show you what I mean. Maybe it's easier to do it this way. It's just discouraging. Okay, 3.5 inches. Okay, this is gonna be a crappy video. Okay, 3.5 inches. I would say it's curving at 3, not 3.5. Let me do this with my left hand. And you go over here, and that's curving at 3.5 inches. It's, you know, it's pretty close. Not saying it's exactly, but you can tell. I can. Here's my problem. From here to here and here to here is just, it's got a different dome. This is a more of a, let's say 90 degree, and this is more of a dome. So it's hard to, it's hard to measure off theirs, because I'm thinking their shit's more truer than mine, and really? Hello. Even though I don't know if this is, maybe you guys just didn't understand. Maybe I didn't do a very good job of it. I'll give you another example. Right here, where that line is, I feel it's just starting to curve. Here, it's been curving. It's, I don't know how to explain it. Maybe if I had some light on in here. Maybe it doesn't make it difficult for other people. It makes it difficult for me. Because I'm trying to, I guess what I'm saying is, see how she curves? And you can see it? And she curves at a different arc. You could tell there's a hump here. I don't know, maybe I'm too anal. I just try to do things as, I just try to do things so they line up so they ain't fucked up later. See, as I measured off this tab, which probably could be wrong, and I measured off that tab the same distance, and we're what, ½ inch difference before she started making the curvature. Maybe I didn't explain myself well. Anyway, I'll work through it like I always do. And on top of that, remember these tabs were cockeyed? Remember that when it was on the bike? I love it. A chopper building my ass. Hello! Chopper building negative 462,956.5 -4. That's what class. No, you don't. Probably don't see much difference in it. See that shiny piece of metal? That's the inner tank. I cut probably what, 2 inches off more. Give it the curvature. Actually, I'd like to go some more, but I got these tabs right here. If I didn't have those tabs, I would probably hack it like this, but this is better than what it was. I guess whoever sealed this tank must have been pretty confident, and I gotta say that tank never did leak. I only had it for a summer, but I never seen it leak because you can see right where the peel coat is. I'm sorry, not peel coat, but tank sealer. Right where that shiny stuff is. There's none up on the side, so I see why. This is what I peeled out of it. I think it's that red coat stuff, like I said. But all they did is poured it on the bottom, and that was it. The way I understand is that you're supposed to put it in the tank and shake it and coat the whole tank so it doesn't rust in here, but you know, I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Been wrong before. The tent back here is, without the wind blowing, would be, what we got, 32, 34 degrees. Let alone sandblasting. I guess that is red peel coat down there, or whatever. Not peel coat, but whatever that sealer stuff is. That stuff don't come off too well. I got enough to weld my front panels on. You always see something that you miss, really. Like right there. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Now that's a cutting beast.